Podcast. And I'm your host, the Big E. What's up, America? I'm a huge Washington Commander fan. I ride with them. I die with them. Win, lose, stupidity, mistakes, what have not. I never waver. I am a diehard Washington Commander fan, 46 years, so I can take you back to the Redskins, Washington football team, which wasn't far removed, and now the Commanders. And I'm like this, whoever they sign, welcome aboard, I got your back, I will defend you, and that's what I'm here today. Subject on this podcast, Carson Wentz. I want people to listen to me and listen to me good. If you are listening to this podcast, Jim Asair. Let me start with the Colts. I get it. You frustrated. Maybe you never wanted Carson, but you signed off on it. It didn't go your way the last two games. But what I take as, if reports are true, it was a mistake that came out of your mouth to have him there. That is a part of disrespect to a human, a dismantle, a judgment. There's plenty of reasons probably people could judge you if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to attack somebody's character. I'm going to defend Carson Wentz. He's a Commander. And this is Tell It Like It Is podcast. Nobody likes it. Don't listen. But I'll tell you, for a man that threw for over 3,500 yards, 27 touchdowns to 7 interceptions, things happen. It collapsed. He ain't the first one. People want to say it happens to him far too often. Okay. All right. Maybe that wasn't best for him to be there. Okay. But as an owner, I believe standards are set higher. And I want you to listen up too, Dan Snyder, because I'm not fond of you. But I support the Washington Commanders. I've been a Redskin fan before you took over a couple or 2.5 decades ago. Jack Cam Cook's my favorite. I ain't gonna even lie. Rest in peace, Jack Cam Cook. I love you and thank you. All right, now back to where I'm going with all this. This man had got the Colts on a 9-game winning streak. So you lose to the Raiders, their playoff team. Jacksonville's not. But is Jacksonville one of them teams that just strongly got up for Buffalo and the Colts? Because last time I checked, they whooped the shit out of Buffalo. Only allowed 3 points that game. Last time I checked with the Colts, that defensive line just flat out whipped Indianapolis Colts' ass up front. They dominated. I'm curious. Any sports show out there, let me know what Jonathan Taylor read for. Because to me, I think that collapse as a whole. Not just on Carson, but, quarterbacks get blamed for winning and losing. That's cool. And the narrative is on him, his leadership. Okay, maybe he's not the leader that everybody wants him to be or thinks a quarterback should be. But here's my thing. I still haven't heard a lot in Philly come out and say that. you hear from the owners and the general manager. I didn't hear a lot of it come out of Indianapolis from the players. Matter of fact, the Marquise, Jonathan Taylor, and Darius Leonard, they backed him up. They backed him up. They didn't back you up, Saying. Call you Jim Naysayer, not Saying. So, the narrative on him about leadership and these players, from what I gather, at least from the coach, they truly, truly love Carson Wentz. But everybody want them to be what they think they should be, or they're going to get bambooed in the public eye. All right. He may not be y'all's type of leader. But I'll tell you what, the man knows he's got to be coached. I'm sure he don't need the media or anybody else to tell him he probably got, this is probably it. I believe in Ron Rivera. I believe in that coaching staff, Scott Turner and them. Scott Turner wants to go vertical and beat you deep. That's what that offense brings. And who has more than a powerful arm and accurate than Carson Wentz? Not saying he's the top at it, but he can sling that deep ball. Now, Scott Turner, you know he learned from Norv Turner, his offensive days with Dallas, which killed me in the 90s. He was hitting Alvin Harper, Michael Irvin. He was even hitting Jay Novacek them in media routes. Troy Aikman was. That's what that offense is designed for. To beat you in the medium passing, the short passing, and the deep passing. Carson's got the tools. We all know that. We all know that. I believe Carson will have his best year in 2022/2023. I believe, because that's how I roll. I don't doubt my team. I believe that they will win the East and go deep in the playoffs. Ron Rivera is a warrior. Scar tissue. Not only he's about football guys, but he's going to get Carson mentally right. I believe that all in my heart. Now, then the fan base, this is for y'all. Quit bitching about free agency. If you've been around as long as I have, did you know what happened when they signed Deion Sanders? David Stubblefield, Alvin Haynesworth, Ken Harvey. That defense was loaded with names on the back of the jerseys. They didn't have it no more. There was big names that Dan Snyder wanted to sign to fill in. He was a fantasy football owner. And I think they only won 4 damn games. You tell me how's that possible with them names I gave you that played big on their other teams. Oh, yeah, let me mention Bruce Smith, too. Everybody remember that? So quit bitching about free agency. This is free, to me, this is what free agency means to me. You fill the gaps with free agency if you can get the player, if you can get the right price. If not, then you build it through the draft. But I believe Washington wants to build it through the draft, and then the narrative is nobody wants to go to Washington and play. Well, J.D. McKissick, you can't say nobody. J.D. McKissick reversed. I mean, it was during tampering period, so he had his right. He didn't sign nothing. He had right to turn. All right? Nor will the guard. He can't wait to go play back for Ron Rivera. You don't have to listen to me. I'm the fan. But you ain't going to bash my team. And the players on there, I will back them. Again, I'm just a fan. I'm a custodian at the high school of Park Hill, which, what's up, Trojans? Love you guys. But I tell you what, there's one thing that don't change in life, whether you make millions or not, is your loyalty and your standing tall with what you believe in your team. I'm not on this podcast to be liked or to agree with somebody because they're supposed to be experts. Hell, nobody sees Cincinnati Bengals. And let's talk about that. Pat Mahomes make a lot of money, don't he? Makes a lot of money. But if y'all gonna bash Carson Wentz, what about his game? 18-point lead. All he had to do was hold the lead as a quarterback, but he couldn't do it. He lost to the same team twice, blowing 18-point lead. But he's Pat Mahomes. He ain't consistent like that. Carson Wentz was in the top 10, maybe top 6 in QBR for 3 months with the Colts. Again, I think they collapse as a unit. Quarterback gets the blame, okay. I'm spot on that. I feel you on that. But again, you wanted to move on from him. Philadelphia want to move on from him. Y'all attacked his character. You got everybody believing his leadership. My thing is, we shall see. But again, you would think the locker room, somebody would come out and make a statement. Why is it the general manager and the owners doing it? Answer that for me. So now, I'm telling you, I believe he's going to have his best season. All this negative and narrative is going to come to light. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But he's on my squad, and I'm not going to say anything differently. Let it play out. Again, here's the thing. It's not a 3 or 4 year plan. If it don't work for 1 year, Washington moves on. Everybody walks away. Not sure what goes down with Carson, but everybody's gone. Everybody walks away. Okay, that's the thing. Because if they was going to lock him up when they got him. If they're going to do it to save cap money and restructure that contract, that's their thing. So, now I want to look at the skill set here. All right, everybody talking about the Colts having this great offensive line. Jacksonville sacked Wentz 6 times. But Wentz is going to get that blame because the owner don't want him there. But let's look at something. In the history. Since Jeff Saturday was with the Colts, that's when that offensive line pass protect. I would love to know the numbers on Andrew Luck, which I'm going to look that up and get back to this next week. He took a pounding. There was a reason that he retired. I know that ain't the same line, but I'm talking about the history of it after Jeff Saturday and them left. They might be able to run block, or Jonathan Taylor's a beast. I get that. But are they really as dominant as pass protection as y'all really make it seem to be? Please, pump the fucking brakes for a minute. Are they really that dominant? Think about that. Wide receivers, Michael Pittman. He's not close to Terry McLaurin. He had his best year with Carson Wentz. T.Y. Hilton. He wasn't no better than De'Ami Brown. And he was hurt most of the time. Yes, he wasn't. Cam Sims will utilize and be a weapon for Wentz. Let's talk about the tight ends. I'm going to match some tight ends up with Logan Thomas when he was on the field. Mo Alley Cox and them, they couldn't do shit. Okay? So let's slow the hell down. I give y'all the running back, but not very, okay? Because I know he's a man in Indianapolis. And this offensive line, I'm not, in the pass protection, I'm not getting no heads over Washington. No. I'm not doing it. Okay? And the only reason why Washington didn't open up more holes because Brandon Sheriff and them, they just straight ahead blockers. They're not going to get out in space because they don't have the speed. But now I believe he's getting some athletic guards in there. Andrew Norwell, that they signed from Jacksonville, and Wes Sicer. They can get out. They got them happy feet. They can get out. They can make initial blocks, and then they can go down and start moving people out. Hey, let's face it. This organization with Ron Rivera ain't no fools, man. They football people, okay? We get a bad rap because of your ass, Dan Snyder. Because of you, Dan Snyder. We get a bad rap. Okay? Anything that happens in Washington, boom, collapse, stupid move. They always going after has-beens. Well, you know what? Bull. And this free agent thing gets on my nerves. I love what they're doing. They like to wait, see what's available, get the draft, and bam. Charles Leno, for instance. What a pickup he was, left tackle. Nobody talks about that. Good job, Washington. Big Luke, Cornelius Lucas, the best swing tackle in the game. He wanted to come back and play with Washington. He was a late addition free agent. A great job, Washington. Safety, Bobby McClain, quietly had a good year, 4 interceptions at safety. He wanted to re-up with Washington. Good job, Washington. Do not tell me y'all just out there talking and really don't know. But hey, it's what it is. It's what it is. Till next time, Tell It Like It Is podcast. If you don't hook up to YouTube, you can find me on Spotify or Anchor.fm/Big E. Everybody have a good weekend and be safe. And hey, remember this. If you're the chosen one to help somebody, do it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.